In Dubai Marina, a suitcase rolls across a polished apartment lobby before sunrise. Then another, then another. The security guard does not look surprised anymore. By noon, one guest checks out, another checks in, and the same elevator carries beach bags, camera gear, and people who may never learn the name of anyone living next door. From outside, the tower still looks like a normal home. Balconies, curtains, lights switching on at night. But inside, something quieter is changing. Some apartments are no longer homes in the traditional sense. They are weekend escapes, investment products, digital listings, hotel rooms without a hotel sign. Dubai does not have a problem attracting visitors. That is the point. Its success is so powerful that even housing is being pulled into the tourism machine. The real question is not whether tourists love Dubai. The question is, what happens when a city's homes begin to serve visitors before residents? Dubai was not built to be a quiet destination. It was built to move people, money, images, and ambition at incredible speed. Every part of the city seems connected to the visitor economy, the airport that brings the world in, the malls that keep people indoors, the hotels that sell perfection, the restaurants, beach clubs, desert tours, events, and luxury experiences that turn a short trip into a full spending cycle. But as tourism grows, the demand for places to stay grows with it. Not every visitor wants a hotel room. Some want a full apartment in downtown. Others want a marina view, a private kitchen, or a villa where a family can stay together. And that is where the story changes. The same tourism boom that fills hotel lobbies also makes ordinary apartments more valuable as short-term rentals. In a city designed to impress visitors, housing begins to look less like shelter and more like another part of the tourism supply chain. Airbnb-style rentals in Dubai are not attractive only because they can be cheaper than hotels. They sell a different kind of fantasy. A guest can wake up in a high-rise apartment, open the curtains to a skyline view, cook breakfast in a private kitchen, and feel for a few days as if Dubai belongs to them. Families get more space. Groups can stay together. Remote workers can live between a laptop and a balcony. And for many travelers, this feels more personal than a hotel corridor. But that comfort changes the meaning of the apartment itself. It is no longer judged only by how well it serves a resident. It is judged by photos, reviews, nightly rates, location tags, and how desirable it looks online. A home becomes a product that must perform. And once a normal apartment can earn tourist income, the line between residential life and hospitality begins to blur. A single apartment in Dubai can be seen in 3 different ways. For a resident, it is stability, a place near work, school, supermarkets, and daily routines. For a tourist, it is a temporary experience, a view, a bed, a balcony, a few nights inside the city's image. But for an investor, that same apartment can become a machine for cash flow. If short-term guests can pay more over a month than one long-term tenant, the financial logic begins to shift. The unit is no longer valued only as a home. It is valued as a revenue asset. And when thousands of owners start thinking this way, the housing market changes quietly. More apartments are furnished, photographed, and managed for visitors who come and go, not for people trying to build a life. This is where tourism stops being only about hotels and attractions. It enters the private spaces of the city, turning doors, kitchens, and bedrooms into part of Dubai's visitor economy. Behind every rental market are people who are not visiting Dubai for a weekend. They are building routines here. They work in offices, hotels, restaurants, schools, airports, and service jobs that keep the city running. They need leases, not check-in codes. They need neighbors, not a rotating crowd of strangers. But when more apartments become more profitable as holiday homes, long-term tenants can feel squeezed from both sides. The most attractive areas become harder to afford, stable contracts become more competitive, and people may be pushed farther from the districts where they work. This does not mean every short-term rental creates a crisis, but it reveals a tension at the heart of Dubai's success. The city depends on people who live there permanently, yet its most valuable spaces are often marketed to people who arrive temporarily. And when visitors pay more for a few nights, residents may begin to lose the quiet battle for permanence. Now imagine living in a building where the elevator feels like an airport corridor. Suitcases hit the floor every morning. New faces appear every weekend. Someone asks where the pool is. Someone else cannot find the parking entrance. The lobby still belongs to a residential tower, but it starts to function like a hotel reception without the desk. For long-term residents, this changes the feeling of home. A neighbor is no longer someone you might know for years, but someone who may disappear by Monday. Noise, security, maintenance, and shared facilities all carry the pressure of constant turnover. The building may still have apartments, balconies, and mailboxes, but its rhythm is no longer residential. It is transactional. And this is the hidden transformation behind the short-term rental boom. A city does not need to demolish homes to change their meaning. It only needs to turn enough of them into temporary stays. But this story cannot be told honestly if short-term rentals are treated only as a problem. Dubai needs flexibility. A family visiting for 2 weeks may not want separate hotel rooms. A group of friends may prefer one apartment near the beach. A remote worker may need a kitchen, a desk, and a space that feels more practical than a luxury suite. For investors, holiday homes can create income. For tourists, they can make Dubai feel more accessible and personal. And for the city, they add another layer to a hospitality market built on choice. The real issue is not that these rentals exist. The issue is scale, concentration, and balance. When a few apartments serve visitors, the city becomes more flexible. When too many homes in the same districts are pulled toward short-term profit, the housing system begins to bend. Dubai does not need to reject this model. It needs to make sure the model does not quietly rewrite the city. In Dubai, an apartment is not always sold only as a place to live. It is sold as a view, a lifestyle, a piece of the city's global image. A studio near downtown is not just near offices. It is near Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, fountains, restaurants, and the version of Dubai millions of people recognize online. A marina apartment is not just close to water. It is close to yachts, beach clubs, skyline photos, and the dream of a luxury life. This is why short-term rentals fit so naturally into Dubai's economy. They turn real estate into content, and content into demand. A balcony becomes a thumbnail. A skyline becomes a selling point. A home becomes part of a tourist's personal movie. But the more housing is valued for how well it performs on screens, the less it is judged by how well it supports daily life. That is the deeper risk. A city can become so good at selling an image that even its homes begin to serve the image first. Dubai is not a city that usually lets growth happen by accident. Its airports, highways, malls, towers, and tourism zones are built through planning, speed, and control. That gives Dubai an advantage many cities do not have. It can regulate, license, monitor, and adjust. Faster than places where housing problems grow slowly for decades, but housing is different from an airport terminal or a shopping mall. It is not only infrastructure, it is daily life. Controlling short-term rentals means asking difficult questions. How many holiday homes should exist in one tower, one street, or one neighborhood? Which areas should serve tourists, and which should remain primarily residential? How can investors earn returns without pushing residents out of stable leases? Dubai may have the tools to manage this balance, but the challenge is delicate. Because once a home becomes more profitable as a hotel room, regulation is no longer just about tourism. It is about protecting the meaning of home. Return to that apartment lobby in Dubai Marina. The suitcase wheels are still moving. The elevator doors still open. The lights inside the tower still switch on and off, one guest after another, one short stay after another. From a distance, nothing looks broken. Dubai is still growing, still attracting the world, still selling one of the most powerful urban dreams on earth. But the real test is not whether Dubai can bring in more visitors. It has already proven that. The harder question is whether it can remain a city where people can build ordinary lives inside an extraordinary machine. Tourism can fill rooms. Real estate can create wealth. Short-term rentals can offer freedom and profit. But a city needs more than movement. It needs memory, stability, neighbors, and homes that are not always waiting for the next check-in. Dubai's challenge may not be building more towers. It may be protecting the meaning of home inside a city built for constant arrival.